Welcome to another episode of the Canis Major Incubator Commercial Multifamily Real Estate Investing video blog. The Canis Major Incubator is the premier platform for Texas commercial multifamily investing. Each week we make a short educational video about investing in Texas commercial multifamily real estate. So stay tuned at the end of this video to find out more about training, investing, funding for, and getting support for actively or passively investing in Texas commercial multifamily real estate.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Canis Major Incubator Deal of the Week. This week, we have a very special acquisition specialist, Tim Keenan, out of Dallas, is going to review our latest project. So, Tim, welcome, and I'm going to turn it over to you, buddy.
Okay, thank you. Okay, hello, everybody. My name is Tim Keenan. I'm the acquisition specialist up here in Dallas in the Canis Major Incubator Program. Just a little background on me for education-wise. I got a bachelor's degree in accounting theory and practice from California State University in Northridge. In my previous life, I had 29 years in aerospace and defense contracting finance. My wife and I began in real estate investing in 2015, and we began working with Phil and Shanoa Grove back in January of 2016. And I started in the Canis Major Incubator program in May of 2017. Today we're going to talk about a strip mall shopping center type area up in Irving. It's a pre-foreclosure lead that was generated by the Canis Major Incubator in-house research. The property was built in 2005. Property square footage is about 106,000 square feet. It's located in an area called Cypress Waters, which is a growing industrial / warehouse retail area. When I say warehouse retail, it's got a lot of big box stores like Fry's, Home Depot, and the Dump Furniture Store, and that kind of stuff. However, it also has a lot of empty lots. There's plenty of land to build elsewhere, and there's also a lot of other shopping centers. There's a total of 7 buildings in this shopping center. There are 3 what we call strip mall style buildings or anchor buildings, and 4 standalone buildings. The original loan was back in 2007. The original loan amount was $22.5 million. Currently, the assessed value is $18.3 million. And the owner is located out in Southern California. Just to give you an idea as to where it's located, you see the star, you can see off to the left-hand side over there to the west, directly there's DFW Airport. North of that is Grapevine Mills Mall. If you go over to the eastern side, you see Farmers Branch and Carrollton, another 8 or 10 miles or so, and you're in North Dallas. Just to kind of give you a layout here of what it looks like, you can see on the eastern side of Olympus Boulevard, you have 2 major big box type stores, Dick's Sporting Goods and Best Buy. There's a next building over is a Subway anchored strip mall type of thing. There is a 54th Street restaurant down in the southern portion of the shopping center, and there's a little building just off to the east of that that doesn't have a marking on it, but it's because it's a vacant building right now. Off to the north side, still on the east side of Olympus Boulevard, there is a Montessori school that is part of this property as well. On the west side of Olympus, you can see there's a 24-hour fitness anchored strip mall. The other side of that is the U.S. Coast Guard recruiting station. And then just to the north of that, the final building is the Staybridge Suites Hotel. To kind of give you a look, this is on the left side. You can see this is a picture of the Dick's Sporting Goods, and then down a little bit further, you can see the Best Buy. That's the large building that has a tremendous amount of square footage separated by those two businesses. And then off to the right, you can kind of get an idea. The size of the Best Buy and the Dick's is right there, kind of in the middle. Off to the top, to the right-hand side, you can see there's the Subway anchored strip mall. And then over here is the Montessori school.
And Tim, not to interrupt you, but you noticed when you looked at these things, and it kind of was confirmed in those pictures, not much going on in those parking lots. You know, those were pretty empty parking lots even when you were there.
Yeah, That parking lot there with the in front of the Dick's and the Best Buy is about as busy as I've ever seen it in the times that I went back and forth up there. So it's just not well traveled at all. So we're going to do this analysis two different ways. I'm going to do a standalone building analysis. As I mentioned before, there's a closed and vacant standalone building. It used to be called a Sweet Tomatoes restaurant. It's been vacant for some time. It's got a very, very specialized exterior that would cost a lot to change back into somebody else's business. The 54th Street Grill and Bar is doing fine. There are cars in that parking lot. I think that was going gangbusters the second time I went up there. The Wonderland Montessori School seems to be doing fine. There are, plenty of people going in and out, dropping off their kids. It's a specialized building. It's got a cover over the front and a little roundabout type of thing, so you can drop off and pick up the kids. And there's a whole bunch of playground equipment and kind of in the back. And then there's the Staybridge Suites Motel, which is doing very, very well. There was nary an open parking spot in that hotel. And then the anchor buildings, the Subway anchor building, Subway is fine. However, in that strip there are two vacant suites, and they've been vacant for some time as well because there's nothing in there except just concrete and drywall. Dick's Sporting Goods and the Best Buy anchor building, everything is leased, but as I said before, the parking lot is very sparse. Both stores put tremendous amount of square footage at risk just because of the fact that they're just so large. The 24-hour fitness sport anchor building, 24-hour fitness is busy. It's constant in and out. There is one vacancy, which is right next to the 24-hour fitness, and the other stores that are in there are not very busy. However, to be fair, one, it was a Coast Guard recruiting station. I don't expect, a tremendous amount of traffic there. Another point to be made is the 24-hour fitness building is very specialized with a large mezzanine. It's got a full-size basketball court and pools and spas inside of it. So in summary, the center is in a growing area, which is Cypress Waters, but it's just not very busy. There's a lot of vacancies, and on top of that, right now the thing is being appraised at 19% less than its original loan. Many buildings in this place are specialized. They're hard to repurpose, and 3 of these buildings are going to take up at least half of the square footage. And on top of that, big box stores like Dick's and Best Buy are being challenged by Amazon and other businesses on the internet. If they do move out, that's a lot of square footage to make up for. And on top of that, when you look at it, all the buildings are in really good shape. It's a relatively new complex. It's only 10 years old. So there's really not much we could do with that to improve it such that it would generate increased rents. So because of all those items, we decided to pass on the deal. And I'll be happy to take any questions that you might have.
So you mentioned that fitness center. Obviously, when that tenant, 24 Fitness, retrofitted that center, I mean, you've got pools and spas and equipment. If you have lost that tenant, you end up getting back a facility that's really not useful for anything other than a 24/7, right? I mean, so that's right, your big concern with risk, correct?
That's my concern, is that that building is really, is it going to be a gym or it's not going to be anything, because that thing is so specialized.
And then, Best Buy and Dick's, also huge stores. Best Buy, along with all the other, Circuit City, everybody is, Radio Shack, everybody's got anything to do with that has been put out of business already by, Amazon and Walmart. Right. So, who knows? And Dick's Sporting is good. I don't really know that much about them, but again, with an empty parking lot, hard to believe that they're doing well.
Right, I agree.
So the other issue is this thing is, they owed a lot of money on this thing, and it was already worth less than the loan. I always like to believe that everything is worth something. Obviously, because this thing was a pre-foreclosure, there wasn't time to buy this thing subject to or by just taking over the loans, right, or paying off the loan. It wasn't worth it. The loan was more owed. But it would have been worth something. What price would it be worth?
If you could get it in the high single digits or extremely low double digits, you might be able to do something with it. But as I say, it'd be hard for me to justify, based on the vacancies and the lack of foot traffic and just the specialization of the stuff, that really being able to change this thing such that you could actually increase the rents and make some money and get a return on investment.
Yeah. So as a pre-foreclosure, it's not even close. I mean, they owed 20 on something worth 10. Sometimes you can get a lender to negotiate with you, but you're not going to get that much negotiation in a week, right?
Right.
So this thing was not even close.
Right, and this owner wasn't even interested enough to be able to call us back. So.
Yeah. So when we triage a deal, are we close? If we do, work it real hard. If we're nowhere close, well, sometimes you win some and sometimes you lose some. Any other lessons learned or things you want to comment about this particular one?
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I think we've marked on it before. It's just that my concern with all of this was just the fact that these, having 3 of the buildings take up 1/2 of the amount of rent you're going to get. That to me is a lot of risk, especially in an area where it doesn't really seem to have a whole lot of traffic, and things seem to be. Businesses are going out and going to other shopping centers in the area because of lower rents and that type of thing. So.
All right. Well, Tim, thank you so much for presenting our little deal of the week. And you got some winners and some losers. It's important to learn from all of them. And I look forward to hearing about the next deal.
All right. Good deal.
Hey there, Phil Grove here again. I hope you enjoyed that video case study. If you're interested in investing passively or actively and want to get more involved with our network, just fill out the form on this page. There should be a button or link somewhere on this page. Just fill in your contact information and our team will reach out to tell you about our next training opportunity where we can meet in person. And you can see what our network is all about and how you can get involved yourself. Just to tell you a little bit more about the Canis Major Incubator, the Canis Major Incubator is the premier platform for Texas commercial multifamily investing. Investing in commercial family historically has been something that is kind of shrouded in mystery. It involves investing in multi-million-dollar projects, and when people want to put together multi-million-dollar deals, they have to pool money from multiple investors. And when you pool money from multiple investors, well, guess what? The Securities and Exchange Commission regulates such activities. So you can't just solicit people at random to invest in commercial real estate. Instead, you have to make sure that they are first sophisticated investors before they can even participate in these types of transactions. So it's some of the best known secrets and opportunities in the investing world, real estate or otherwise, is in commercial multifamily. But the reason you don't know about it is because you are probably not yet a sophisticated investor. In fact, you have probably not yet been trained and certified as sophisticated. So the Canis Major Incubator provides training for people that are interested in commercial multifamily investing to make them into sophisticated investors. The Canis Major Incubator also provides deals to investment. We have a network of over 1,000 investors, deal sponsors, and what we call acquisition specialists across the state of Texas that are sourcing and negotiating and putting together commercial multifamily investment opportunities for members of the incubator. The incubator also provides funding for commercial multifamily real estate. The incubator is a private funding platform of over 1,000 Texas high net worth sophisticated investors for funding Texas commercial multifamily deals from Texas-based deal sponsors. And then finally, the incubator provides support, a network of Texas-based coaches, deal sponsors, and deal co-sponsors for training and supporting people wishing to become active and or passive investors of commercial multifamily deals here in Texas. So to get more involved in the Canis Major Incubator, to become a sophisticated investor, just fill out the form and click on the link somewhere on this page, and we'll reach out to contact you to get you more involved. Thank you.